Hello, friends. Welcome to today's prediction and analysis on betcraft. The last prediction we made, we saw how successful it was. Seeing that 7 out of the 8 predictions we made all came out very successful. Aside the Atletico Bilbao and Girona match, where we expected at least 9 corners, but it ended up having 7 corners in that very encounter. That's the only game that fell short, but every other of our predictions, came out very, very successful. Okay, kudos to all of us, and congratulations to those of you who took the game and played. So today we have a few games going on, and we made our analysis as usual and come to the very best verdict for these encounters. And today we have about 7 games for you today, and in these 7 games we analyzed them and considering their past recent results, and came up with these conclusions on these bets. And some of these matches are in America. In the South American League, they play it very late at night, so it overlaps to tomorrow. So about 2-3 matches that we'll have for you today is coming from Latin America side. So it's going to be a late game. So starting today, we'll have the first game that we'll have for you today is English Premier League, where Liverpool will be coming up against Luton. Liverpool will be at home against Luton, and in that game, we looked at how both teams have fared so far. We'll see that Liverpool in the past 5 games they have been able to win 4 and losing just 1 against Arsenal on that occasion. And on the other hand, Luton have been able to win 2, losing 2, and also drawing just 1 out of the 5 games they have played so far. And we can see that Liverpool have been, in the past 4 games or 5 games also, they have been able to score, above 3 goals. Most of their games comes out over 3.5. So it shows that they're scoring, their side is scoring as much this time around. And in this very encounter, we expect Liverpool to, come up winners in this very encounter, seeing that they are currently ranked top in the Premier League, and they will be looking for ways to maintain their grip in that top spot position. So our verdict for this very game is Liverpool to win outrightly, and also we expect to see over 2.5 goals in this very encounter. Okay, that being said, we go to the next match that we have for today, and it is in Italian Serie A, where Torino is coming up against Lazio in the Italian Serie A match. And looking at both teams in their past 20 games that have played so far, you will see that Torino have been able to win 7, drawn 7, and have had 6 losses, while on the other hand, their away side, which is Lazio, have had 11 wins and 3 draws and also 6 losses. But looking at the recent form, when we consider the past 5 matches they have played, you see that Torino, which is the home side, have been able to manage 2 wins out of 5, and the rest 3 draws. Okay, you see them winning their last match against Lecce, and having drawn against Sassuolo, prior to that very encounter. And they also drew against Salernitana, and they also had 1 draw against the Genoa. So making it 3 draws out of 5, and then 2 wins out of 5. Okay, the Lazio side is having 2 wins, 1 which is a very big win against Bayern Munich in Champions League, and also 1 win against the Cagliari in the Italian Serie A. But they lost to Atlanta, and they also lost to Bologna in the weekend, during the weekend. So and the other one is a draw against Napoli, so also a draw against Napoli. So in this very encounter, we looked at everything and come up with the very best verdict, and it is that the home side to win or draw in this encounter. So we expect Torino to either win or draw in this very encounter. And going to the next, it is the Champions League game where we have FC Porto coming up against Arsenal in this very encounter. In this Champions League encounter, we see that both teams are fantastic. In the past 20 games, they've been scoring goals, and winning their matches on both ends. And we'll see that Arsenal have won 12 out of 20, drawing 2 and losing just 6, while Porto, the home side, have won 13, drawing 2, losing just 5 in all the past 20 games they've played so far. So, and looking at the recent form, we see that Arsenal, have won all their past 5 matches. Even when they played against big teams like Liverpool and West Ham, they won convincingly against West Ham 6-0, and their last winning was against Burnley, which is a 5-0 win against Burnley. Okay, and also they have a 5-0 win against Crystal Palace. So we could say that Arsenal is a team that is in very fine form, and in this game I expect them to take the spot entirely with the odd price at 1.7. So the verdict for this very encounter is their way side to win, Arsenal to win in this very encounter. And the next game that we have for you is a Champions League match where Napoli will be coming up against Barcelona FC in a Champions League game. And in this very encounter, looking at how Napoli have fared so far in their past 20 games, you see that they have had 7 wins, 4 draws, and 9 losses out of the past 20 games they have played so far. On the other hand, you see that Barcelona have had 11 wins and 3 draws and 6 losses in the past 20 games that have played so far. What you have mentioned is the goals scored by both teams and goals conceded by both teams. You look at Napoli, you see that they have scored 19 goals in the past 20 games that have played so far, which is very poor for a team as big as Napoli, and they have conceded 26 goals. But on the other hand, you see that as Barcelona have scored 43 times and they have conceded 39 times. Also, they are conceding so much. So in this in the recent past 5, Barcelona have been able to win 3, drawing 1 and losing 1 in the recent past 5 games they have played. But Napoli, on the other hand, have been able to manage just a win, which was against Verona, and they have had 2 draws and 2 losses in their recent past games. But putting all of this together, we have come to the conclusion that the best verdict for this very encounter is Barcelona to win or draw. We expect Barcelona to either win or draw in this very encounter. Okay, that's for that, and we'll go to the next game that we have for you today. It is in Czech Republic, where FK Teplice is coming up against Sigma Olomouc in that Czech league. We look at their recent games. We see that in the past 5 games, the home side have been able to manage 3 wins and 2 draws. On the other hand, the away side have not been able to have a win in their past 5 games, but they have lost 2 and they have drawn 3 out of the past 5 games they have played so far. And you're looking at the past 20, you see that the home side have been able to manage 7 wins, but they have drawn 5 and they have had 8 losses. But on the other hand, the away side managed only 5 wins, 8 draws, and 7 losses. And if we look at this, bringing all this together, we know that the home side is a team that is considered to be in a better form compared to what we'll see their away side doing. So in this very encounter, I expect FK Teplice, to come out with something out of this game. So the verdict for this very encounter, it is home side to win or draw in this Czech league encounter. And to the next game that we have for you, it is in Mexico, where we have Club Leon coming up against Cruz Azul in the Mexican league. Cruz Azul is ranked 16 at the moment, and Club Leon is also ranked 8. Okay, looking at the past recent results, because this is where we make our judgments for this verdicts. You see that Cruz Azul have won the entire 5 games they have played so far in the Mexican league, while Club Lyon, which is the home side, have lost 3, winning just 1 and drawing 1 in their past recent 5 games. So that led us to the conclusion that their away side is either going to win or draw in this very encounter. So we have X2 in this very encounter, Cruz Azul to win or draw. Okay, going to the last game of today is in Bolivia, where we have Oriente Petrolero coming up against Bolivia. Okay, Petrolero, the home side, is ranked 10 and Bolivia is ranked 4th in this Bolivian league. And we look at the past 20, we'll see that the home side have had 7 wins, 4 draws and 9 losses in their past 20. But the away side have been able to manage 12 wins and 4 draws and 4 losses. Okay, worthy of mention is the goal scoring. We'll see that the home side have been able to score 24, while they have conceded 26 in the past 20 games they have played, and the away side, Bolivia, have been able to score a whopping 49 goals while conceding 26 goals. And taking a look at the past 5 games, we see that the away side have managed 3 wins in the past 5 games, 1 loss and 1 draw in the past 5 games. But on the other hand, the home side have been able to secure 2 wins, and they have also had 3 losses in the past 5 games. And that led us to the conclusion that the best verdict for this very game is also the away side to win or draw. Okay, S2 is the expectation for this very encounter. And thank you very much for your time, and remember to like our video, share, and also subscribe if this is your first time of coming up to this channel. All right, thank you very much for your patience, and I wish you the best of luck, and I wish you a winning outcome. Best of luck.